go back and show y'all the alleged reasons why they didn't like Flores. Okay, give me 1 second. This gonna take only 1 second to find this because I remember I sent it out on the link. There we go. I got the link right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Devin said better to meet in the middle than to be all Jerry's way. I agree.
I agree with that 100%. This is like a this is a compromise. This is like when you go to mediation. You're not gonna get everything you want, but you gotta get to a place where you can meet in the middle and you can live with that deal. And I think that's what happened. Because I think Shotty did want Flores. And then I think Shotty pivoted and he did want Daronte. But front office, they don't want too strong opinionated people. So they feel like Parker was a meet in the middle. Where they feel like he ain't gonna quite push back like Flores, but Shotty feel comfortable enough to know this is my guy, and I'm gonna have more influence on him than Jerry have influence on him.
Right. And somebody say it's always a conspiracy. Well, that's just why my name is Boss Show Me. I show receipts. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna show you the receipts. So the first thing I want you to notice is that this is actual a quotation. The concern with Jerry, okay, pay attention. If you think we over here on some conspiracies, I want you to pay attention, sir. The concern with Jerry, he likes the culture that he's created.
Mm-hmm.
When he cites, do y'all know what cite is? Cite is a quote.
Mm-hmm.
So that means it's no longer a conspiracy, sir. It's a direct quote. That basically the reason why they ain't like Flores is because of the uncomfortability. So they basically saying we didn't like Daronte because we felt that he was gonna make us uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And he said as an edge, he's talking about his coaches and players being uncomfortable. It's a quote, sir. It's a direct quote. Okay? Whereas if Brian Flores comes here, this is my favorite part that Fish said. The uncomfortability victim might be Jerry himself. In other words, the main reason they didn't want Flores, the main reason they didn't want Jones, because they felt like they was the type of men that was going to push back.
Right.
So they felt comfortable with Parker. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. They feel more comfortable, especially because he's younger. He's 35. He's a very young guy. You know what I'm saying? This is his first opportunity. So they feel like they can control him. But I tell you what, Shotty, you better go in that back room and tell Parker what the real is.
Star, I'm going to ask you a question. If this failed, do we blame Brian?
Oh, hell no.
In my opinion, no. I can't blame him. When your first choices was Flores and Jones, and they do
your third choice.
It's like Dan Quinn who wanted Bobby Wagner.
Right.
So then when we in the playoffs and they running the ball, Green Bay, and the leading tackler that season was Bobby Wagner. Can we blame Dan Quinn?
No, you really can't blame. Once we blamed him in season, but like once you look after the season and stuff, it's like, no, you can't blame him. I feel like, and what they doing is everybody, Clarence Hill, Nick Harris, everybody, this is Shotty's pick. which I can believe is Shotty's pick, but it's his third. What they not saying is this was his third choice.
Right.
That's what they not saying. I believe that if it was Jerry and Steven, it would have been Gannon. So you can't say this wasn't Shotty's pick, but what we need to clarify is that it was his third
pick. Right.
So he felt more comfortable or more assured of Daronte, but they didn't want Daronte because they felt like he was too headstrong. So they bring in Christian Parker. That's why I said, Shotty, if this is going to work, number one, y'all got to build him a stellar staff, but you also got to talk to Christian and let him know the play. You need to take him out to dinner and let him know the whole rundown. Because if not, Jerry and Steven they're going to try to meddle. They're going to try to control.
Yep.
Just like they did with Kellen Moore. Y'all remember Kellen was a young 30-something when he became our OC. So they like to get him young. That's nasty, but they like to groom him young.
They do. They some groomers. They some groomers.
Woo. They like to get him young.
See what I'm hoping with Parker? I'm hoping he's like a Dak. You know what I mean by that? Shout out to my boy Landlord with the super chat. He said, "What's happening, Boston Star? Hit my line if you got time." Hey, I'll send you the link, dog. I do better than that. I do better than that. I'll send you the whole link. Let me know if you want me to send you the link, dog. We'll do that. So, listen, y'all. If you frustrated, you should be. You should be. You should be, because this is another where we pick good, where we could have had.
You could have got great.
You could have got great, and then I'm gonna tell you this: the reason why I'm praying that this like Dak. And you go feel me when I say this. I'm praying it's like Dak from this standpoint. They got lucky with Dak. You feel me? Mm-hmm. I'm praying that Parker end up being way better than what any one of us expected. You know, as a leader, as a football guy, I pray that with all my heart. You know what I'm saying? Because based on my research, based on the guy who fit everything that Shotty wanted, the black Shotty, was Daronte. Let's keep it real. Yep. You know? Yep. He was clearly the black Shotty, and there's no way front office should have been blocking this man. That also goes to say that when I said that it was likely Shotty who was leaking all those positives about Daronte, remember that positive list?
Yeah, yep. I was going to talk to you about that, boss. That it was Daronte. I mean, not Daronte. It had to be Shotty leaking that.
It had to be. Let me pull it up. Keep talking about it while I pull it up, if you don't mind.
Yeah, but I believe that it had to be Shotty because I'm like, well, they said it was some that was impressed. Then I'm like, who would be the some, and who would be telling somebody they was impressed if it wasn't front office? It would have to be Shotty or somebody that Shotty was like, hey, leak this, because we knew that was Shotty's first choice.
Clearly.
But I'm agreeing with you that we're gonna try to hope that this is like how West Coast, shout out to West Coast Cowboys, say God is a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
So we always seem to fall forward. We fall upward some way. We don't know how it happens. Like with Dak, we picked Dak in the 4th round. Now if he wins the Super Bowl, he will be the greatest Dallas Cowboys quarterback, period. There'll be no debate because he already passed in all the stats, but he just don't have the rings.
Right.
So you want it to be where Christian Parker, where Jerry, you want it to honestly be like this Shotty situation where Jerry and Steven are like, difference. And then you meet a coach that's like, you thought I was different, but actually I'm not. But I think that Shotty is going to have to, like I said, y'all, this is a compromise. This was not Shotty's first pick, and I hate that our coaches have to go through this.
Yep.
But please listen to us and know, when we say there's a civil war, we're not just talking out of our assholes or making stuff up.
Mm-mm.
Like, we can see that there's a clear divide.
Yep.
because there was no info leaked on Christian Parker.
None.
But I do believe Christian Parker was impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And I do believe Shotty was like, you know what, I like this kid. But at the end of the day, I think Shotty wanted Daronte.
No doubt. And so let's look at all the things that came out on Daronte. And this is who it came from. It came from Nick Harrison, right?
Mm-hmm.
He said, we heard very impressive, very detailed, matter of time into defensive mastermind, impressed, efficient communicator, confident, surprise of the search. And Jerry and them blocked it.
They blocked it.
So for all the people, this is a shoddy pick.
You are fake news. Wrong.
It's a shoddy pick, but it's not a shoddy pick. Put it like that.
Right. It's a shoddy pick, but it's not a shoddy pick. Y'all have to follow us because we're not saying. I believe that Shotty's the one who wanted to interview him. I'm just saying at the end of the interview process, once they got through those second interviews, Shotty still landed on Daronte. So that's why you can't. Those hashtags did become trends, so it's sad. But that's why, as far as putting it all on Shotty, you can't put it all on Shotty because this is kind of, like I said, it's kind of dangerous because this kid is not called plays at any level.
It is.
But we're just going to hope that that he is Vic Fangio 2.0 with a little bit of his own flair, and he gonna be able to take this defense up to the next level. But we have to know, y'all, at the end of the season and we looking back and we like, damn, this shit is not working out. It's likely because
I can't blame Shotty, man. I'm sorry, I won't.
You can't blame him, and it's like it's possible he gets overwhelmed. That's why I'm like, now we move to the staff. David Overstreet, hell no. That's what I'm really worried about. These Shrine Bowl and Senior Bowl coaches, they saying this is Dallas Cowboys coaches. I'm concerned.
And
because
so listen,
David Overstreet, I would be fine with Daronte with David Overstreet because I know Daronte can teach David Overstreet. But when it comes to Christian Parker being able to teach a coach, I don't know about that. I can't say I'm confident.
So listen, we already starting to have the front office kiss ass people come in. He say, let's move on, boss. We got us a new one. Then we have another person that said, cry harder, we got the best pick, you cunks. So y'all know what to do with him.
Everybody around me shooters, ain't no telling who was shooting.
Then we got somebody else that came in and say, yeah, y'all shoot him, get him up out of here. He say, he our guy now, so pick up your face, boss. So this is the thing. Those best of Cowboy fans, they like this type of information because they smart enough to know that there are going to be some future fights. Mm-hmm. So now people that suck up the front office, they want us to move on. They don't want us to know the facts of what really happened. They don't want us to really educate that the fact that front office blocked Shotty. They want to just move on. Don't even talk about that part. Just celebrate Parker. I ain't gonna never do that. You go listen. I'm gonna tell you some channels out there. They go give you all of that. They go give you all the optimism that you're looking for. I'm gonna give you the realism. I ain't gonna give you that. All right. So because in the future, when we fighting for the next head coach, we gonna have to draw on this history and go back in time and prove that they blocked Shotty from the one that he wanted. So the next time when Bobby Belt like, they not doing that, boss. They're not doing that. I'm gonna be able to say, no, they did it. They did it to Shotty because he clearly wanted Daronte. So this channel and Stars channel, these are for real Cowboy fans that really are serious about trying to fight back when they see the tea leaf showing that your head coach is getting blocked. Your head coach is also getting blocked on running back too. And a lot of y'all not peeping that. So he said, you can educate, but at the end of the day, we don't know what Parker will bring. Of course. I've been saying that. So it's like, we don't know, right? So that's a given. That's an obvious. But I also owe the people who fought their ass off too. I'm not going to cheat the people that been sitting here fighting they ass off for what's right by just moving on and not talking about this. Hell nah. It's too many people who fought their ass off for Daronte and for Schotty. For Schotty. So nah, bro, I ain't moving on just like that. Nah, we gonna talk about the whole thing. Cause we also gotta talk about the front end. And I'm finna send it to you right now. I do think the next thing that's gonna happen on the front end, I think the next thing they gonna do on the front end I think they gonna bring back White Cotton. I think that's why they got Parker.
Yep.
I think
White Cotton's coming back for sure.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. I think the Parker hire was to get the White Cotton hire, which is gonna allow them to sell them as a package. Right? So they go come in and say, we have continuity. And we got a good back end coach. That's actually a good sales pitch though. That's not too bad of a sales pitch.
That's actually not bad. And we don't know with White Cotton's front, what would he do differently now that Flus is out of here? Because if Parker's like, listen, I got the back end, you got the front end. Let's see what we could cook up. You know what I'm saying? So it could end up working out for us. All we are saying, y'all, and we're not taking a dump on Parker. We like Parker. I like Parker. So I'm not taking a dump on Parker. And I'm not mad. And I'm happy as hell it was no Jonathan Gannon. But y'all, we knew that there was a possibility that we wasn't going to get the guy we wanted exactly. Because they did that same shit to us with no Kellen Moore. They didn't give us Kellen, but they did give us Schotty. Yeah. Schotty was not everybody's top choice. You know, we wanted Bill Belichick, Prime, Vrabel. I mean, it was names out. Ben Johnson. So this is another front office compromise. But guess what? Did Schotty on his side of the ball, I'm not talking about the defense, but on his side of the ball, did that shit not work? So this could be another situation where it does work out, even though this was not the original plan.
No, it wasn't. And then my boy say, now you seeing it from my lens, bro. We've been seeing it from your lens. The positivity lens. We know about the positivity lens, my brother. But what we do here is we cover all of it. We go cover all of it. We go talk about where Schotty got burned, and we need to know that for future references. Then we go talk about how this could work out. And we go talk about that as well. So when you come to real independent channels, learn to appreciate getting the whole story. Because I guarantee you we gonna be in some future fights. As long as Jerry is breathing air, we gonna be in some future fights for Schotty. We are. And then my brother with the super chat said, thank you for the info. I've been getting my high school senior scholarship signing day coming up. I was super happy. Now just happy since Schotty got his third pick. Yeah. We, like it's a, that's why I said I can't be too mad when I had Parker as my number 2 overall DC out of all the people that they interviewed. You know what I'm saying? You can't be mad. Landlord trying to come in. Landlord.
What's happening,
bro? We hear you loud and clear. What's going on, big dog? You got your video? We gonna be all audio.
Audio for right now.
Okay. So we go rock with my boy on that audio. Let's go.
Hey, I was just hollering at you, man. I know you wanted Daronte, and before y'all sold me on Daronte, this was my number 1 guy, so I can't be mad.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Y'all won me over with Daronte and intangibles and his story and his dedication and his characteristics. You know what I'm saying? But I liked the idea of Christian Parker to begin with.
Right.
So I'm not mad, but I'm kind of disappointed in Shotty not being able to fully select his guy, man. Cause you know me, I'm looking for, being able to have accountability. So now when this season go, and if it don't go right, we still gonna say, Shotty ain't do it. So I don't like that. I'd rather have somebody who to put this on, because just think about this. Say for instance, if the offense don't play well and the defense bad next year, we have a bad record. Are you gonna be angry if they fire Shotty?
I mean, you already heard me. I don't know if you heard me. I said I ain't blaming Shotty, bro. Like,
no. Listen to what I just said. I said the offense was bad too.
Oh, if the offense
and
bad,
we had a bad record. Had a bad record. The offense was bad, and the defensive hire didn't work out.
It depends, bro. It depends, because they still ain't got Shotty his running backs. Mm-hmm. Like Shotty said the very first day of his press conference that he wanted Rico. Did they give him that?
No.
So if you not supplying me what I need, why would anybody blame me? Because you can't get the best of me if you didn't stock me up with what I asked for. And y'all promised y'all was gonna do that. So you can't blame me. You know what I'm saying? You can't. Like, I can't blame, because guess what? What happened when Green Bay ran the ball on us? Everybody was saying Dan Quinn liked them itty bitty linebackers. His dumb ass. He was a dumbass. He put Bell at middle linebacker. He should have. And then it came out about 6 months later that Bobby Wagner said Dan Quinn was trying to get me for 2 years. And then you go look back and say, oh, and that was around the time that Bobby Wagner was leading the NFL in tackles. So how can I blame Dan Quinn? I can't.
And he was cheap. He
only cost $5 million. He cost the same amount of broke neck LV.
I get exactly what y'all saying, man. The only thing I got to go off of is we know the Joneses, bro. This been the story of the beginning since the beginning of time. Like, we should never blame a coach then. That's my only thing. Like, can y'all give me a legitimate argument to make me feel better about that? They always meddled. They always screwed around with people. So how could we ever blame a coach? I just want to give me an outside swear. I'm not arguing. I just want to feel better about it. Because we can't never blame a coach.
You
can't. Hearing them meddling everybody every time that we come about.
That's the point. We can't blame a coach. I don't blame none of these coaches. I'm being honest, bro. At this point, I don't. I'm being honest, bro. Like, you, Mike McCarthy, you the head coach. They put Kelly Moore under you, who runs a completely different offense that you totally disagree with. Mike McCarthy went out there and said, I've never been a fan of what Kelly Moore's doing.
That's right. He visited him.
How can I blame Mike? And then when Mike McCarthy finally takes over, he has Dak as the runner-up MVP where he should have been MVP. That tells me Dak should at least been 3 years into his system.
The only thing though, boss, you right. I get what you're saying, but the inevitable still happened. Because guess what? At the end of the day, them losses was on Mike McCarthy's record, right or wrong.
Of course they was. They was on it.
Right. I think
that's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think you can blame. I think you can hold coaches accountable for the things that they're directly responsible for. Like Mike, I feel like you do get blamed for that Green Bay meltdown. I feel like you get blamed for that. Why do you get blamed for that? Because it was reports and rumors and stuff like that the players was out all fucking night. He was not running a tight ship, making the players stay at the hotel and stuff. So it's like, of course your defense goes and like they all out of sorts. You know what I'm saying? And it was reports that the players were looking ahead. They wasn't even focused on Green Bay. They looking ahead at the next game. So I put that on Mike McCarthy. But as far as us not having linebackers, how you gonna put that on Mike McCarthy? You can't put that on Mike McCarthy. You have to put that on front office. So I feel like with Shotty can get blamed too. Like Shotty, you get blamed for.
I'm done. I'm fucking done.
Bobby, inaccurate. Shut the fuck up, Bobby.
God, if you don't. Say, can you see my screen, landlord?
Yeah, I see. He's still in denial, ain't he?
God damn.
Take it easy on my back.
See, for all you, let's just move on, boy. You better not. You better know your history. Let me get this super chat, and then we gonna come back to this, because this is look, Bobby, sit your ass down. Damn, inaccurate.
And boss, why are they trying so hard? Why are all the local media, everybody, Shotty got his pick, Shotty got his pick? It's like, why are y'all spamming the timeline with that shit? It's front office, bro.
You smell it like you carrying water, dog.
Take it easy.
That's what I'm saying. Water carrier.
Oh my God.
I can't lie though, man. I can't lie. A part of me feels like
hey, let me get the super chat real quick. Hold on, let me get the super chat real quick before you go. He said, bro, this dog, and this is why we don't move on. Come on, let's just move on and celebrate. No. Hell no. You better be able to look and see what's going on. Oh my God. He say, they don't get it, boss. Aikman was a consultant at Miami, not Dallas. Tells you what you need to know. Man, hey, man, bro. Hey, man. Hey, go ahead. Hold on, let me read the rest of it. Tells you what to need to know about front office. Listen, y'all, we got to be up on this type of stuff. We can't just move on. You got to be very factual. You got to be very factual. That boy say, you are not the Go ahead, landlord. You was cooking, bro. Damn.
Yeah, I just can't lie. Like Skip Bayless used to say, in my heart of hearts, honestly, in my heart of hearts, I don't think it would have been him if it was the front office. So, like y'all said it earlier, I think it was a compromise. It was a compromise.
Right.
I just don't think he don't seem like a Jerry and Steven kind of guy, bro. That's honest. That's my opinion. Go ahead.
What I was saying is front office telling these local media to start spamming our timeline, talk about it was Shotty pick, it was Shotty pick, it was Shotty pick, it was Shotty pick. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying that if it all came down to it that the front office would have picked Christian Parker. No, I think they would have picked Leonhardt first, Gannon second. So that's what we're saying. This is Shotty's pick, but it's his third choice. You get what I'm saying? So that's why we like, can we really put all the blame on Shotty when we know it was his third choice? You see what I'm saying, landlord? Does that make sense?
I get with that. See, I basically disagree with what y'all said earlier. It's a compromise. They met in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even think it's a compromise, bro. I don't think it's a compromise. When you don't get your guy, you got fucked. No, that's not a compromise.
I don't know, because I think it got to be a compromise, because I feel like they met him halfway.
No,
they would have went with somebody that he didn't even bring to the table.
Wait, okay,
I feel like 100% Christian Parker was somebody that Shotty brought to the table. That's what I feel like. I could be wrong.
I'm gonna pivot off of this because I know we're gonna talk about this later on Boss Lad. I ain't gonna spend all the time. How we gonna make this work?
I just want to know what you think, because I don't have all the information. I'm just trying to see, was he at least not a candidate that was spiked by Shotty? At least say that.
So let me just say it like this. Shotty has a type of back, right? Very clearly. I showed 37 years of history on that, right?
Yeah.
If you go get blue and call it a compromise, it's not a compromise. You did not get that man what he said that he needed for him to go. Now you got him something. You got him something dope, but you didn't get him. You didn't get him what he said he needed. And y'all promised that y'all was go align fully to him. And you never kept your. I got it right here, landlord. Listen.
And then what we'll do is continue.
So he ain't even mindful?
No, listen. No, listen. No, hell no. Listen. Hold on.
From top down, and that's one of the commitments that we all made.
Let me turn it up because I know y'all can't hear that. I got to turn it up a little bit more. Make sure landlord can hear it too. All right, here we go. Y'all listen and tell me, did they do this? This is why I say, if you don't get me exactly what I said I wanted, you didn't look out for me. Listen, y'all, listen.
I think that's the greatest part, is being aligned from top down, and that's one of the commitments that we all made, sitting in there about what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. You know, it starts with ownership coming down, but Shottie's got a plan, got a vision. We're going to support that, and then what we'll do is continue to, add good players. I have a great feeling about Schottie, what he's looking for. He's going to communicate. He's going to over-communicate. He's going to ask his staff to do that, and they're going to over-communicate with us, and we're going to over.
Hold on, boss. Say, be careful about hot takes. We don't do hot takes over here, homie. We do receipts. We do what I'm doing right now. I'm showing you the evidence. I don't know what you're talking about.
Communicate with them. That's how we're going to get it done the first year. We'll continue to grow and get better at it.
They ain't do that. So when you say you're going to align and get behind Schottie, but you don't do it when he's specifically telling you I want Daronte, when he's telling you that I specifically want big backs, that's not a compromise in my opinion. That's overriding me. Just keeping it real. Especially when you're doing it after you said you wasn't going to do that. That's not a hot take, sir. That's me showing the receipts of them saying that, sir. So now let's talk about, if y'all don't mind, how we can make this work. Can we talk about how we gonna make this work?
Yep.
I think the number one thing.
Sure.
I think the number one thing that tells me is that likely they gonna be leaning to go corner in the draft. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I would see with this particular DC and with the issues on our back end, I could see them saying, I want to repeat what y'all did over there at Philly. Do that. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because if you do that, and we know we got a really good front, mm-hmm. we saying do that again. What's y'all thoughts on that?
Yeah, I agree with that. I think they definitely gonna target corner. And honestly, we need to, y'all. We got to rebuild this secondary this offseason. I've been saying that. Like, we need corners, we need safeties. We don't have, all you have right now that you're kind of sure about is Bland. And he got 2 broken feet. So I don't even know how sure you can really be on him. Like, you're going to have to build this secondary from the ground up. I think we still got to go get Minka. But I do agree that we're going to have to, that we're going to target a corner in the first round. Unless like a CD Lamb or somebody drops. But if everything goes according to plan, I think a cornerback is the target. The best cornerback possible at 12 would be the target, in my opinion.
Or 20.
Or 20. Like, unless like a crazy pass rusher or wide receiver falls, I feel like it will be corner.
What's your thought, landlord?
Yeah, I kind of see it. I can see where y'all coming from, but I kind of see it a little different.
Okay.
I think they might be trying to maximize Revel too. Like, I think it might be about Revel.
Good
you know
point.
What I'm saying?
Good point.
Yep.
That's why I'm coming from.
Y'all clap it up for landlord, man. Let landlord.
Yeah, because I was asking him. Shout out to HTM. My dog's sick too. He over there balled up. He needs a thermometer.
Damn.
But shout out to my guy. But I was telling him, I was like, bro, if you think about it, you got Quinyon Mitchell. If you compare their bill, who got the better bill? Because we know Revel is a freak. Like, Revel is a freak far as how his build is for a cornerback. So I'm looking at it like, bro, if we do that, if we think about it, we can definitely get him. Like, if he was able to build Quinyon Mitchell, maybe he can work wonders with him.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Maybe he can work wonders with Revel. We don't know.
That's a good point.
So
Very good thought.
And then you got to think about the front office that you got. Your front office on some type time like we got McDonald's at home. You know what I'm saying? Like, what would make them commit to what would make them commit to a brand new corner when they just spent the premium pick on one?
Damn,
so
take it easy.
Take it easy on my back.
Nah, I'm just looking at it like, if it is a premium corner there, I'm not saying they gonna say I'm good, I pass up, but I don't think that's gonna be the intention. It's gonna have to be just one of them dope guys like a Surtain or something that you just can't pass up on. I really think they're gonna go after a defensive end for sure with the 12th pick. If any one of those defensive ends they like gonna be there, that's gonna be your pick at 12. A defensive end. I don't see no world where that's not the case. So if they don't do that, even if they get one in free agency, they might still draft a DN at 12. Cause guess what? If you get one in free agency, he probably ain't gonna be a long-term option anyway. So you got to think about how your front office like to operate and how they screw over some people when they come in. Cause you think they're gonna give him full control? Hell no. They ain't gonna give him full control because that's the type of level of coach they hire. They hire somebody who gonna have to say yes to a lot of stuff opposed to a strong person like Flores was. Or a strong person like Daronte was. So that's what they gonna need. So I mean that's the requirement. So that's how it's gonna go, in my opinion.
Good point, man. Good point. So I do want to say this, man, before we give our final words. I want to thank everybody that fought. This was a hard fight. This was a very hard fight. I'm tired as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm tired because I felt this fight. I did. But one thing I saw about this fight that I'm happy is I saw the community fight like I ain't never seen us fight together. Like, this was a major community fight. Like, I ain't gonna even start naming names because it's too many. It's too many. T Church, Devin, Montana. You know what I mean? Rebel, Chris 214. You know, Black, Wee Woo. Like the people that was in the streets going back and forth with these media people, making a case, pushing for what they felt was best. I ain't never seen us fight like this together, man. It was the dopest fight. It to me showed that we know how to fight together now. You know what I mean? Like it's sometimes you get to a point where when you first start hooping, y'all don't kind of feel each other yet. But then when you've been hooping a while, you already kind of start knowing how your boy like to get the ball. You know what I mean? And you go, you know, he like that bounce pass. He like it direct. He like it lobbed over top, right? You start kind of we was feeling each other this fight. And we got us a good one. Do I feel like we got the best one? No. But he might be the best. He might be Dak Prescott. I don't know. Somebody asked me, what is his defense gonna be? I don't know. And if somebody tell you, they don't know.
Yep.
We don't know. He's uncooked chicken, just to be real. So, what's your thoughts on that, Star?
Yeah. Are we giving our final word?
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I would say that Shotty, and I just want to clarify, Shotty, I don't think he got his choice, but I do think that this was a compromise, and I do think Christian Parker was a guy that Shotty was just really interested in. I just think at the end of the day, he still wanted Daronte. And we're going to talk about that, but moving forward, I do feel like Christian Parker I feel like he could be our wild card. Like, you just never know. You know what I'm saying? With
Yeah.
these young guys, you take a shot on them, and you don't know how it's going to end up being your Mike McDonald.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
He
Like,
might
you
be
could
doper than Daronte. He very well be.
He could be doper than Daronte. He could be your next, like I said, Mike McDonald, where people was like, oh, you bringing this guy from the college world? I guess. Now look at him. It only took him 2 years to get into the NFC Championship. So you never know with these young guys. It's just always a risk when you go with super green guys because you don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I do appreciate, Boss, when you did that interview with
D.
D said the thing that I don't like about the NFL is that they keep recycling the same guys
names.
over and over again.
Yep.
And he was like, bro, that's why y'all keep getting the same results.
Yeah.
So I do want to look at this. I'm going to look at it also from a positive aspect that, one, this Christian Parker kid, we have never gone this direction.
Never.
So I can definitely say that Shotty has influence. I don't think Shotty was bent all the way over on this move, because I think bent all the way over would have been Gannon. That's how we would have known. Okay,
that would have been bent over.
Right. So Shotty didn't get bent over here. It was just like, you know, you in the jail food line, or you in jail, you at the table.
He got put in his place though.
Exactly. The big guy come over and he's like, I ain't gonna take your whole food, but you're gonna give me that cornbread.
He had his cornbread taken.
You gonna give me the cornbread, and it's like, damn, all right here, bro. But it's like, you still got a meal. So that's what I'm gonna say. Like, I feel like there's a lot of hope and optimism with him. I do feel like we also are gonna keep I think we're gonna keep White Cotton for sure. But I want to get the rest of these picks. Well, I think what we pivot now to is this: who's the staff? Who's the coaching staff?
Right.
Because I think that's going to be the most, before even who we going to pick in the draft and get through free agency, we need to know who is the coaching staff. Because I think that is what's, and we said this in a previous show, Boss, like that's what's going to help Christian, because he's so green. If you get a good coaching staff around him, I think he can do something.
But I think to your point, Star, I ain't gonna lie. This could be taken as a positive. I'm gonna tell you straight up. Think about this: with Christian Parker being so young and green, so to speak, I don't think he gonna have dominion over picking his staff. I don't think so. Do y'all think so?
You keeping it 100?
I'm gonna ask y'all this. The reason I asked that is because I think it could possibly be actually a good thing. Because that means Shotty gonna be the one doing it. You know what I'm saying? More than likely, Shotty gonna appoint all the best players. I mean, all the best coaches. And think about this, and this from a positive perspective. Instead of getting a retread type DC, you know what he gonna do? Holler at his homeboys. Christian Parker probably ain't got no homeboys. He gonna go get the most qualified candidates, more than likely. He gotta build his tribe. He coming from a tree. He probably don't even have no alliances or allegiance to a lot of these coaches yet. I'm sure he probably got some associates or whatever, but you might be able to just build you an all-star cast of just straight qualified candidates with no nepotism. That's something that could possibly happen. How you feel about that, boss?
I got trust issues, rightfully so. You know, and I'm just keeping it 100. I ain't gonna never pull no punches to the people that listen to me. I don't like that I'm just being honest. I don't like that they put the same reason of not wanting Flores as not wanting Jones. It makes me afraid that they feel like they can control Parker. Because, you know, that's the main reason they didn't want Flores or Jones, is because they felt like they was uncompromising kind of men, you know? So when you say no nepotism, I'm honestly not expecting no nepotism. I'm expecting nepotism. I'm expecting Jerry and Steven to continue to have influence over both coaches. What I really want us to do to better job as a community is not to be a community that just blindly turns our head at the nepotism when we see it. You see what I'm saying? So where we fight back every step. So, because now the next part is to build this man's staff and to build this man talent for his staff.
See, that's the whole thing, man. That's what gets so frustrating with me. I know they always say landlord talk about Mike McCarthy. It was not about Mike McCarthy. It was about fairness. If y'all would have joined me, some of y'all would have joined me in that fight against the Joneses when they were sabotaging a coach that you wasn't fond of. Maybe we could have avoided all of this sabotage now. What they say, injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere. We should have been calling them out on this from the beginning. Because I'm telling you, I said it back then. I said it's gonna happen to a coach you like, and you're gonna be mad. We gotta call this shit out whenever it happens. It's gonna derail the team, it's gonna derail the success regardless. So we should never tolerate them doing this. We should push back every time we see them being involved like that in meddling. I remember a lot of these people, they in my comments, they in your comments, they just turned a blind eye because they didn't like Mike. They don't give a damn what happened to him because they ain't like him. Screw him. But when it's people you like, it matters now. It's like, damn, they doing Shotty so dirty. And I like Shotty too. I'm just like, damn, we got to figure this shit out, bro. I don't know what it is. I don't know what can we do to make sure the Joneses don't screw this up and mess up everything for everybody. But it look like they just do a GOAT job at doing it. I don't know, bro. I don't know what to do.
The Yoda say that's not true, bros. That was a fake report. Because what, Bobby said so? Because Bobby said so. Because Bobby said inaccurate. Man, listen, y'all. Y'all gotta, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I went directly back and forth with Bobby on this. Okay. Bobby gotta be able to acknowledge that the front office does meddling, and he does not. And he has not. He called this a shoddy pick the entire time when Fish has quotes from Jerry blocking Flores. Do I need to show you cited again? A cited quote from Jerry blocking Flores? Bro, like, I got the receipts on this. I got the receipt right here. Let me show you again, brother. No, it's true. It's right here. Jerry blocked Flores. So just because Bobby said inaccurate, it was a shoddy pick. Bro, like, the one thing y'all got to realize is Jerry said he uses the media. How does he do that? You got to ask that question. So, and we got to be able to see the difference. So, I'm going to say this, man. Like, we empower people on this channel, on Landlord Channel, on Star. We want people to be thinkers. We want people to be fighters. I don't fuck with followers. I don't. I can't stand them. If you just blindly follow any report just because you want to feel good, I'm going to just be honest and say you won't be comfortable here. You got to go to somebody else's channel that's going to feed that type of food. This is a place to where we have receipts, we have evidence, proof, we look at patterns, and we also honest, and we fight each other until the truth come out. That's just what we do because we trying to win. So if you want to be that type of way, this your place. But if you just want to hear positive, what I call positive Pampers, it's just not gonna be a fit. So now we can give our final words. All our numbers finna boost.
Yeah.
All our numbers finna go way up. I know Cowboy Nation.
That injected hope into a lot of Cowboys.
Right. It injected hope. Yeah. But people that been involved with this fight, this is my final word. I'm gonna say this. People that's been watching this fight up close, you should know more than ever that our voice matter. Like for real. Star. If you've been in the fights, you should know now more than ever that your voice matters. Real talk.
Yep.
You should know now that what we do can move the nation.
Yep.
That every one of us together are very important. You might think you just one person on Twitter with one hashtag. You're bigger than that. You're way bigger than that. I'm telling you. And we starting to learn how to fight together. I would say this. I mean this too. I think everybody need to take a little break, like my girl Rebel. Go watch you some Game of Thrones. Go play you some video games. And let's get ready for round 2. This is round 1, the DC. Round 2 fights is going to be about the fight to build his staff and a fight to build the players around his staff. You know? So as long as we have meddling owners, we not go get out of fights, y'all. So I'm just letting you know, get your knuckles ready. Sharpen them things, because we got some more fights coming. We gonna have some fights likely going into the season. We got to fight for Shotty to get his running back. We got to fight to make sure Parker get everything he needs to succeed. So take a break. Take a couple of days off. But let's come back and let's get ready to whoop some ass. Because as a family, my final word is y'all kick some major ass on this. And I appreciate and love I ain't gonna cuss. And I love y'all for what y'all did, man. I ain't never seen us fight this dope. That's my final word. We put it like this: we whoop local media ass. Did we start?
Yes,
we
we
whooped
did.
their ass.
Yes, we did. Yes, once again, and no matter how many times they try to say no, wrong, see the results, you can see right and who was wrong, right? But anyway, my final word would be, I agree with everything Boss said. Like, our voice matters. That's the slogan of Boss Cowboy Sports. And something that Kamala said, she was like, when everybody was so disappointed when Trump won, she said, sometimes it's not that. She said, sometimes the fight just take a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wanted to win here, but you didn't win here. But that doesn't mean that all hope is lost and just give up. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
And you have to know that sometimes you win the battle. You know, you got to win the battle before you can win the war. And I really do think that Christian Parker is a good Exactly. That's who was pushed. And then over these past, it's all of a sudden became Gannon.
Get it.
Gannon is not that bad. He's a number one. He's a number one.
Get it. Swear.
So they was wrong about that, because at the end of the day, when they say, well, the report about, Daronte matching Flores, that's unconfirmed. But I said, well, what is confirmed is that Daronte and Christian Parker were the top 2 candidates, as we said.
And
the other 2, Gannon wasn't even once they did the second interview, they said it's not going to be Gannon. So that's what we're saying. The next fight is Pickens. That's facts.
That's facts.
That's facts. We're going to have to fight, y'all. It's
brush them knuckles up.
As long as we have a meddling front office, we're going to keep having a fight.
That's right.
But I do think that we should be optimistic about Parker. I do think Parker can bring something special to the Dallas Cowboys. And I do think that we just got to focus on getting his staff right. And just to, answer what Landlord said, I do think Christian Parker is young. He may not have all the guys we would want, which could be a good thing, but also be a negative. It could be a good thing if they let Shotty pick, because I trust Shotty. But if front office gonna start picking people. Oh, let's put this old ass coach. Let's keep Overstreet. Like that's where I'm gonna be upset. But all in all, y'all, I do think that there is hope with this pick. With Gannon, I don't know. I really don't know what I would do if we pick Gannon, y'all. I probably would have not took about a month off. To be honest, like if we pick Gannon, I don't know what I would do. So it's like, y'all, we just got to keep fighting. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody who did hire Daronte Jones campaign. We really wanted him. We ain't get him. So we kind of just got to move on. But we hoping for the best, y'all, that this all turns out and that our defense can turn around this offseason. But we also got to push not only for staff, but players, y'all. Like, we got a lot of work to do this offseason. This was just the first step. That's my final word.
Landlord.
Yeah. I feel where y'all coming from, man. Like I said, I did want Daronte. He was my first pick, but I'm not mad at Christian Parker, though. I'm not mad at this pick. And like I said, the real challenge is going to be how much of a leash he got. You know what I'm saying? Like, is this really y'all guy, bro? Or is he a puppet? We don't know. And to me, I think the best way you can see it is if he's given permission to go assign his own self. Like a player, a coach that's never called defensive plays, who is his allegiance to? He gonna have to go get some real young people that he might have been dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Like, who is his allegiance to? Like, who is under the DBs? Nobody. He don't have a staff. So he gonna have to build one, or Shotty gonna have to build one, or Jared and Steven gonna have to build one. Somebody gonna have to build one. Then on top of that, we gonna have to trust him with picking some of these defensive players, because this is the biggest reboot we need. We need secondary. We need everything on this defense to be. We don't need to leave no stone unturned, like at all, when it comes to rebuilding and fixing this defense, as far as scheme and all of that. And you know how much Shotty values people not knowing what you're gonna do, right? You remember when he first started, I'm vanilla, I'm not showing nobody nothing. So you gonna have that surprise element with Christian Parker. Nobody don't know what the hell he gonna run. Nobody don't know his style of calling defense.
Facts.
Nobody don't know how much he gonna blitz. Nobody don't know anything. So that could be looked at as good or bad. And I just feel like when it comes to that case, the only way you can determine if it's good or bad is you believe in the guy. And me personally, I like the guy. I believe in him. And I wish him well. I feel like we made a uncharacteristic hire as far as the Dallas Cowboys are concerned, and historically how we operate in this manner. So I feel like that was a big change that I didn't expect. To be honest, I thought it was going to be Leonhard or somebody like that. Or Gannon, that could have been a curveball that the Joneses just bucked everybody and said, hey, it's going to be him. So none of that happened. I feel like even if Shotty ain't running to the bank with it, he at least, you know what I'm saying, got him a couple checks off, but he feel good about it. You know what I'm saying? I think Shotty at least feel good about it, and he's not feeling defeated about the pick. So I'm optimistic about it. I'm glad that it's a youthful coach, it's a young coach that come in here with a fresh voice, a fresh ideas, and a fresh scheme, fresh everything. We just got to hope it work out in our favor. And that's my final word.
There it is. Shit, we out.
Yep. We out.
We'll be back today, you know it. We got more work to do.
Already, stay tuned to Boss Land.